So, a lot of you guys have been asking me about what my routine is after the hair transplant and what kind of hair loss regimen that I'm following. Um, a few things before we get started. I'm not on finasteride, and I'm not using any form of hair loss treatment, i.e. minoxidil or Rogaine. So, I don't believe in those products purely because they're not permanent. I want a permanent solution to a problem that's going to probably continue for the rest of my life. However, a hair transplant is a permanent solution as long as you have enough hair. Uh, in my case, I don't think I'm going to suffer from any more hair loss, but if I do, hopefully I have enough to cover up the rest. That's something that you need to decide for yourself whether it's worth that risk. For me personally, I believe it was. And nothing against people that use Rogaine, minoxidil, or finasteride, but for myself personally, I don't want something that's... The reason for me to get my hair transplanted in the first place was because I felt like I was wearing a mask. And I didn't want to wear a mask anymore. I was sick of covering up. I was sick of growing my hair long and covering up my receded hairline. I did actually use minoxidil and at a different point Rogaine. Both had varying different results. And I was very strict with that back when I was in my mid-20s. And results were, mediocre at best and never long lasting. They'll maybe for about a year or two. Then, you drop the ball, you stop doing it for a month or two. You lose pretty much what you've gained. You go back to square one. So it's not a permanent solution. Myself, for me personally, wouldn't recommend it. It just, you're setting yourself up for heartbreak, to be honest. And maybe not for everyone, but for me, yes, it was a little bit of a thing that I didn't want to continue. So anyway, I'm on month 4.5 at the moment, and as you can see, my hair's doing not too bad. Starting to grow in. Lighting's terrible, but probably better for the video. Uh, so let's get started on my routine post-op. So for the first 2 months of my hair transplant, the only extra regimen that I was taking place to maintain or assist with the growth rate of my hair transplant was just basic vitamins, that kind of stuff. So got to start with some form of omega oils. Hemp oil is a really good one. That works really well for me. I take that once a day. Just once a day with a meal. Hairliciously, another YouTuber, actually sells a really good product. It's a hair growth kind of mix of vitamins. It's got everything that you need. Vitamin A, C, E, B1, B2, B6. It's got folic acid, biotin, which is very important. You need to have biotin if you're wanting to... I think it thickens the root of your hair follicles, but it also helps with the growth stage and cycle of your hair. It's got silica bamboo extract, bioleaf, saw palmetto, green tea, grapeseed, all the really good stuff that is proven to be effective against hair loss. So I take that just once a day with meals as well, because it is recommended to take these twice. However, I only take these once because I also take other vitamins. So Hairliciously's little FDA approved, and by the way, this isn't sponsored. It's just something that I chose personally. His dietary supplement for hair loss is great, but it's missing something that I think was necessary, and that's vitamin D. Vitamin D is really important for your skin and your hair growth. So one of these bad boys a day as well, preferably one that's a little bit more boosted. In Australia, our chem industry is very diluted for some reason. So I actually, at the moment, I've just got an Australian branded vitamin D, but I know in the States you can get a very highly high dosage version of it, which I used to take, and that was doing really, really well for me. And I actually saw results previously before going to get my hair transplant. So I would recommend that for sure. Next, for the first, that's all I did for the first 2 months. I was very, very after post-op, very, very scared of doing anything else but following the clinic's instructions, which was first week, no touchies. The second week, removing the scabs. And then after that, it was daily the use of their shampoo that they provided you. For me, I did that for the first 2 months and waited for the shedding phase to stop. After that, I stopped washing my hair daily because I know that washing your hair actually dries out the skin. And if you, unless you use conditioner, of course, if you're purely using shampoo, it's probably not healthy for your hair. So once the shedding phase has stopped, I went into full maintenance mode on what I wanted to do personally with my hair. So I'd run out of the clinic's shampoo at this stage, and I had to seek something that was, something that would block DHT from building up in my scalp. So I researched quite a number of DHT blocking shampoos. A lot of them are very expensive, very, very expensive. There's one particular, I can't recall the name, probably the best one on the market, and it's proven to actually have effective results. It's about, for me in Australia, about $180 for one bottle of shampoo, which I'm not willing to pay. No goddamn way. So the alternative, and again, not a sponsored video, Hairliciously, which I'll link down below, they have a DHT blocking shampoo, and really proven active ingredients to help you obviously block that DHT. But it also smells really nice. It's got oh geez, I don't want to read it. There's a lot of stuff on there. But if we're talking about the pure good stuff, it's got vitamin D3, vitamin B5, saw palmetto, biotin, caffeine, ginger, grapeseed oil, cedarwood oil, peppermint oil, coconut oil, avocado oil, grapeseed oil. I think I said that. It's got soy protein, keratin, everything that you need for hair growth. So that was my choice. It was fairly cheap as well. I believe they've got a sale on at the moment for it's about $35. However, like I said, shampooing your hair isn't enough. It dries it out. And I have chosen to wash my hair only twice a week after post-op, after the first 2 months of sensitive care. The reason for this is that I don't want my hair to dry out. And that's just maybe my personal superstition. I don't think it dries out and shrivels like into a shrub and dies, but I want my hair to be healthy. And at the moment, it's looking really thick and healthy in the areas where I actually had pre-existing hair. Again, the lighting's really bad, and I've done that on purpose. So let's say, for example, I'm on my routine week for maintaining my hair. Obviously, I'm taking my vitamins daily, taking them with my meals. Day one. So for day one of my hair kind of washing routine, I would be using this. So it's a Kerastase stimulant. It's a vitamin spray. So this stuff's really good for it's kind of like if you were to put caffeine in your hair. It's doping your hair, so it's assisting with the growth rate of how quickly your hair grows. And obviously, my hair after transplant is growing really, really quickly, and I would probably credit that to my routine. So day one, this goes in your hair before you go to sleep, or in the morning, whichever you prefer. I've been doing it before work personally. Day two, you're washing your hair. So I'm shampooing my hair on day two, and I'm also conditioning my hair. And I'm using this because Hairliciously, they don't have a conditioner range, which they probably should, because you do need to condition your hair. The reason for that is that, I don't know if it's true or not, but my partner believes that when you wash your hair and you dry out the follicles, and you're drying out the pores as well, and the oil in the pores. So you need to refresh those pores by getting them conditioned with some form of moisturization. And that's what this is. This is an Australian brand, Bondi Boost hair conditioner. And it has pretty much all the same ingredients as the shampoo, minus some other stuff that's probably more beneficial for moisturizing. There's like, again, so many ingredients, but both the Hairliciously and Bondi Boost brands, they both are completely organic. They don't have any parabens or anything like that in them, which are known to be in pretty much every shampoo in existence, which is not good for your hair. But it has everything in it. Smells like peppermint when you wash your hair with it. This one smells like coffee. So it's weird, peppermint coffee. But it's good, you know, it works. Anyway, so after I've washed my hair, so that's my washing day. And obviously this was the day before. So you're using the stimulant spray, then you're doing nothing. Then the next day you're washing your hair with the shampoo and conditioner. Again, because your hair feels a bit dry after shampooing and conditioning it, I just get a little spot, and I mean a spot, on my fingers of Moroccan oil, which is proven to be very, very good for hair growth. It has those active ingredients that actually help with some shit, I don't know. But it is apparently really good for hair loss, and it's really good for hair growth. So I use that to, I suppose, revigor my pores inside of my scalp. And I put that over the transplanted hairs, over there in the donor area. My donor area, however, I mean, you wouldn't even know I had a hair transplant at this stage. I can't really find a place to show you. It's just the lighting, probably better here. Hopefully you can see. But my donor area looks pretty much the same as what it used to look like. No changes really at all. Back down. So that's after I've washed my hair. I give it a rest that day. After that, I give it one rest day. So we're on day 3 at the moment. We've just finished stimulating the hair. We've finished washing the hair the day next. Now we're taking a day off on day 3. On day 4, I'm using another vitamin spray. It's a different one altogether. Now these were recommended to me by the clinic. Again, not sponsored. I have nowhere near enough subscribers to be considered important enough to have sponsors. My whole channel is purely a service to people that are looking to get a hair transplant. And I did it purely out of respect for the fact that I struggled to find anyone that was at all, on YouTube anyway, promoting their experience. And I think it's important, and I think I have a duty of care to do that, because I want you people to find something that you can learn out of this and learn from mistakes that I've made and have a better result at the end of the day. So, blah, blah, blah. We've moved on to the next day. I'm using this vitamin spray, Kerastase Densifique. This one is for hair density. I have no idea what the ingredients are, but it was recommended by the clinic. Smells nice. I spray that into my hair follicles and rub it in after a shower. And then again, after that, day off. Then what happens? Back to square one. Back to this again. Back to the shampoo the next day and the conditioner. Back to the oil on the same day as the conditioner. Rest day. Then after your rest day, you're back to this, which is, consider this day 1, which is the Densifique Kerastase brand. That's for hair density. Then you're back to the start again. I probably confuse the hell out of you, but for me, it works. I'll put a little descriptor down in the description below. Yeah, well done, James. Description. Yeah, good on you. Yeah, so hopefully this has been helpful for you. My results so far are great. I'm very happy with them, and I think I'm going to credit a little bit of it towards my routine. And I can't begin to express how important it is to have a good routine when it comes to fighting hair loss. I think, again, for me, this works really well. If it works for you as well, great, but everyone's different. I mean, I've known people that have been on finasteride for a long time, and it worked really well for them. For me, it worked temporarily. As soon as I stopped, lost my hair again. So I can't recommend enough getting a hair transplant, honestly. It was one of the best decisions I've ever made. And I plan on taking really good care of my hair after. I mean, I never used to wash my hair. I used to never have a routine whatsoever. When I say I never washed my hair, I used to do it maybe once a month. I didn't give a shit. I'm a security manager by trade, so all I cared was about looking someone professional and, you know, somewhat intimidating, because it's honestly, it's part of my job role. And but I also felt like crap, and I wanted to feel more confident. So cannot recommend enough getting a hair transplant. But for God's sake, do your research. Don't jump into it. Don't be stupid. Be smart. I mean, if you want to take your time and just watch my journey, give it till the end of the year when I've got some really good results coming in, then you can make an informed decision from learning from if I made a bad mistake and I went to the wrong clinic. We don't know that yet. For all we know, I might be doing really well at the moment. This could be it. I doubt it. I mean, honestly, I'm very confident that I'm going to have a good result, but I want you to make an informed decision like I did. I don't want you to make a mistake. I don't want you to waste your money. I don't want that for anyone. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. Sorry for the ramblings, but I wanted to take my time with this one. I wanted to make it more important than my previous videos regarding hair transplant topics, because this one hits home for me quite a bit. And it is important, maintaining your hair. It's an extension of yourself. And I had no appreciation for it previously until I started losing my hair. It's so important to take care of it and, you know, to maintain that level of confidence. Confidence is so important in life. I mean, it severely affected my mental health, losing my hair. And it's something that a lot of people don't talk about. So, you know, take care of yourself, people. And, you know, learn from other people's mistakes and learn from my mistakes. Don't leave it too late, but don't get a hand transplant too early. And for God's sake, take care of your fucking hair. Okay, that's it for me. Bye bye.